If you feel anxious or wired at night or groggy in the morning or perhaps stuck in brain fog for a lot of the day, it might not be a lack of willpower. It's likely having at least something to do with your light environment. So light is the single biggest cue to your nervous system and what it uses to regulate your sleep, your hormones, your blood sugar, and your mood. Biologically, light flips the switch for cortisol, serotonin, and melatonin, the chemicals that decide if we are in go mode, calm mode, or sleep mode. So light is like the gas and the brakes of our body. The right light at the right time helps you accelerate when you need energy, and it helps you stop when you need rest. So maybe you've started hearing about red light, but you don't really know how or why to use it. Or maybe you haven't fully appreciated just how incredibly powerful this simple tool is. In this episode, I'm going to break it all down for you so you know exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it to help impact your health. My goal is that when you finish listening to this episode, you're going to feel educated and empowered on exactly how to use light to impact the way that you feel, your energy, your mood, your sleep, and your hormones. So why does this matter so much to me? Because light is free. There is so much that we can do with sunlight alone, and I love when people have access to free tools. I will share some extra tools that I use and love, like the red light bulbs, some blue light blockers, and my favorite glow light. But I want you to know you don't have to buy anything in order to get started. All right, so let me just share a little personal proof. Over the past 4 years, I have doubled down on light, and I haven't gotten sick once. Not a cold, not a sniffle. And you know, because I'm saying this now, I'm going to totally jinx myself, but it's crazy. And I really feel this is because our circadian rhythm is directly tied to our immune system. And so when our body knows what time it is, it knows how to defend itself appropriately. And this is not just me. This is in all of our family. So our kids who are now 15, 13, and 8 have incredible sleep hygiene. They fall asleep easily and wake up pretty smoothly. And I know the lighting in our home is a huge reason why that is. And so maybe you're someone who's had a hard time falling asleep, or maybe your kids do at the end of the day, even though you're exhausted. Have you ever had those moments where you finally lay your head on the pillow, but instead of resting, your brain starts reminding you of all the things you didn't get done, the way that you didn't show up perfectly, or all the reasons to feel mom guilt? Or maybe you're someone who wakes up groggy, foggy, poofy, or just plain sleepy, even after spending an abundant number of hours in bed. Maybe you can't function without your morning caffeine, but then you crash hard mid-afternoon. You might also notice signs of a poor light environment if you often feel anxious, on edge, or moody without knowing why. And sometimes the brain fog makes even simple tasks feel way harder than they should. And here's what I want you to hear. If you have experienced any of this, this is not a motivation problem. I feel like we're so quick to beat up ourselves. There is nothing wrong with you. These are symptoms of a circadian rhythm that is out of sync and a light environment that can be turned back on. The good news, you can reset this simply, quickly, and like I said at the beginning, often for free. And that's what you're going to learn in this episode. So I want to keep this as simple as possible so you can really anchor in and take so much away from this. Because when you understand the why and the science behind this, you're more likely to actually use the tools that I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. So light is the conductor of our nervous system. If we think about our body like an orchestra, our brain waves, our hormones, our organs, they all play their parts together. Light is the conductor, keeping them in rhythm. If the conductor is missing or out of sync, the music falls apart. And this is exactly what happens to our bodies when our light environment is misaligned. So here's what I mean. Morning light is supposed to trigger your cortisol to rise. That's your natural wake-up signal. If you miss the sunlight in the morning and dive straight into your screens, your cortisol rhythm gets thrown off. You might feel sluggish in the morning or wired and restless at night. Daytime light boosts serotonin, your steady mood and energy chemical. Without it, if we're stuck inside all day, we're more likely to feel anxious, moody, or crash mid-afternoon. In the evening, the sun setting and starting to get dark tells our body to start to release melatonin. This is what allows us to fall asleep and repair overnight. When we're surrounded by bright white and blue lights in our home, instead, melatonin gets suppressed, sleep suffers and our nervous system stays stuck in stress and go mode. And I really need you to understand this, mamas. It's not just for us as adults. For our children, evening light cues are critical for brain development and growth hormone release. Too much blue light at night disrupts these systems at the exact time when our kiddos' bodies need them the most. So yes, this can be a big factor as to why your mood, energy, hormones, and immune system can feel off. We have been taught to fear the sun, but the truth is it's medicine. It is the simplest, most powerful signal that our body has. Now, I always want to be really real here, and I understand it's not always easy to control our entire light environment. So maybe you leave for work before the sun is even up. Or maybe you're in an office with fluorescent lights all day. Or maybe, like me, you're a busy mama of multiple kids and your evenings are full of homework, dinner, activities, and sometimes bright lights just feel unavoidable. I totally get it. Remember, this is never about doing it perfectly. This is about having practical, doable tools that you can reach for in the middle of real life. This is about doing the best with what we have. And that's what I'm going to give you next. So grab your paper and your pen because I'm about to share my exact reset hacks, the simple steps that you can take to anchor your nervous system with light every single day. These hacks are straightforward, they don't require fancy equipment, and they really can be life-changing. Think of these resets and hacks like meals for your nervous system. So just like we often wouldn't skip breakfast, lunch, or dinner unless you're fasting, you don't necessarily want to skip these light meals. They keep your nervous system nourished and in rhythm all day. Okay, your morning reset. I want you to aim to get outside within 30 minutes of waking. 5 to 10 minutes is what we're aiming for if it's sunny, and 15 to 20 minutes if it's cloudy. This anchors our cortisol and shifts you into alpha and beta from theta, clearing the grogginess from when we woke up. During the midday, you want to reset during lunch. Step outside every 2 to 3 hours. Aim for 10 to 15 minute micro breaks between 11 and 2 p.m. This boosts serotonin, supports stable mood and energy. I'm going to give you a little bit more detail on all of these in a bit, but these are like the basic resets. And for your evening reset, after sunset, be sure to dim your lights. You can use amber or red bulbs in your lamps, use screen filters or blue light blockers. These hacks protect melatonin, support deep sleep and restoration. And for extra support, something we do in our house, even on the weekends, is we aim to, as much as possible, keep our sleep and wake times consistent. Using red light in our home around bedtime routine has made getting our kiddos to bed so much easier than it used to be. Okay, so now let's walk through some realistic challenges that you might have. Have you been feeling a little bit off lately? Maybe you aren't tired or fried. You could just be out of rhythm. This month on my platform, we are doing a circadian reset. It's a gentle way to realign your body with nature's rhythm and reclaim your lights. I'm going to be sharing some amazing interviews, resources, and easy rituals coming your way, all to help you move from the winter blues to getting back to that inner glow. Because when we sync our light with the season, our energy steadies, our mood lifts, and our body remembers what it feels like to shine again. For more details, check out the caption and information below. So what if your mornings are dark or your evenings are busy? Just like I said at the beginning, this is not about perfection. This is doing your best to match your light to nature's environment. In winter especially, this can be tough. And this is where some of those heavier hitting tools can come in, like the amber lamps or my favorite, Glow Light by Sauna Space. These help you create rhythm even when the season makes it harder. All right, so a little personal share. In our home, our evenings have a rhythm. The kids tease me and they literally say it's melatonin time. And that's our cue that the big bright overhead lights are off because they've heard me do this so many times. And our amber lamps and our glow light turn on. Now, they definitely sometimes roll their eyes at me 100%, but I know that I'm creating healthy habits in them for the future. And the truth is, the more you surround yourself and live in alignment with your light environment, the weirder it feels when you don't. And I can tell this has started to happen in our kids. When the lights are really bright at night, they notice it and they will start to dim them and put on our red lights. My hope is that one day when they're out of our home, they will hang on to this health boosting habit. So I'm not here saying it's perfect every night. Definitely there's nights where we've got homework or activities or chaos in the kitchen or late night dinner cleanup. But most nights, these small changes make a huge difference. The kids fall asleep faster, like I said. Bedtime goes pretty smoothly in our house, and the mornings really aren't as groggy and sleepy as they used to be. Yet they are super chill and relaxed because we're not blasting with white and blue light first thing. All right, now I want to talk about something that's my favorite thing to talk about, the brainwave integration. All right, so light doesn't just set your circadian rhythm, it also tunes your brainwaves into the states that you need throughout the day. Think of your brainwaves like gears, and light helps you shift into the right one at the right time. So morning sunlight helps move you from theta, that dreamy, half asleep, maybe groggy state, into alpha, which creates calm focus and peak performance, and then into beta, alert energy. Midday light sustains alpha, our connection, sparking bursts of theta for creativity and insights. And evening darkness in amber lighting cues delta brainwaves, which are key for deep restorative sleep, hormonal repair, and nervous system recharge. It's like light is our DJ, keeping our brainwave playlist on track. So on the days where I skip morning sunlight and dive straight into my phone or computer for work tasks, I definitely notice myself staying stuck in high revved beta more throughout the day. Stressed, spinning, kind of in hyperspeed without always being so effective. But when I get outside first thing, I feel calmer, more connected, and in alpha brainwaves. So this is the difference between reacting to my day and actually creating the feeling I want for my day. I want to mention one of my favorite tools to help implement the light habits into your life. It's called My Circadian app. And I want to give you some detail on it here because this tool can be such a game changer when you're first getting started. So think of this app like training wheels for your circadian rhythm. At first, it's going to help you learn when to step outside, how much light you're actually getting, and how to match your day with your natural biology. So it measures something called lux. It's the brightness, and it simplifies it so your nervous system reads it as day or night. And here's why I love it. It gives you real-time feedback, and it gives you accountability alerts on your phone. So for morning sunlight, it will show you if you're hitting the goal, and the goal that we want to hit in the morning is 2,000 to 10,000 lux as our target. Midday, we want to get between 10,000 and 30,000 lux on our mini breaks to boost serotonin and our mood. In the evening, we want our lux in our light environment to be under 50 so that melatonin can rise. So you can literally open the app, tap on the lux meter, and check the lighting and the lux of your environment to know if you're matching where you should be with your circadian rhythm based on the time of the day. And if you're someone who loves accountability, it even gives you sunrise, sunset reminders. It tells you to get out to boost your mood and energy for the day. It tells you when UVA and UVB are rising. I actually did a whole episode with the founder of this app. I will link it below. So if you're someone who likes to geek out or wants to know more about this, it's become one of my favorite tools. Definitely check out that episode. So at first, like I said, you can use this app like a coach or an accountability buddy. But over time, what you might actually see is that your body will learn the rhythm on its own. That is the goal. And it's nervous system freedom. So when I first started using this app, I'll never forget the first week. I thought I was getting plenty of light. I thought I knew what I was doing. But when I checked my lux readings and started like geeking out on this, I was way off. It was really humbling. And honestly, it was kind of funny realizing how much my nervous system was not in alignment or was not getting the boost or the relaxation it needed based on my light environment. So that week, I basically turned into like a light-loving lizard. I would sneak outside between my Zoom calls and recordings. I would drink my coffee outside, stand in the driveway, go for my 2-minute walks now and then, and realized what I actually needed to be doing in order to hit these targets. And now I just naturally do it on my own. What I've noticed is I crave the light at certain times and I feel the instant balance that it creates. That's why I love this app. It takes something invisible and it makes it visible. It shows us how much our environment shapes our nervous system and how we feel. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. All right, so let's zoom out. Imagine this. You fall asleep easily. You stay asleep. You wake up refreshed. Your energy feels steady all day without needing multiple cups of coffee. Your mood is lighter, your brain is clearer, and your hormones feel like they're finally working with you instead of against you. That is what happens when you reset your circadian rhythm. And the best part, like I said, it's free. It's already available to you. You don't need to overhaul your whole life. You just need to have a little bit of intention and information to help to know when to seek the light or to dim it. All right, so let this be your permission slip. You do not need to aim for perfection, just rhythm. Morning, midday, and evening, those are the nervous system meals of light. So start there. Because remember, connection, clarity, energy, and joy, they don't come from force, they come from flow. And we can use light as the switch that helps get us there. All right, I would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Send me any questions or put it in the comments below, because likely if you have a question, someone else does, and they can benefit from hearing my response to it. Also, if you know anyone that can also benefit from this information, maybe they have difficulty falling asleep, maybe they have difficulty getting their kids to sleep, or maybe there's someone who works in an artificial light, full environment all day, go ahead and click that share button and send it their way. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Self-care needs a rebrand, and that's exactly why I wrote this book, The Connection Code, and it's out now. I'm so excited. I wrote this for the woman who feels like she has lost herself or just simply needs a reminder that everything she's searching for is already inside of her. Inside this book, you're going to find simple, science-backed tools to help you reset in real life moments, like in the carpool line or between back-to-back meetings, or maybe when you catch yourself unfortunately snapping at the people you love most. I designed the cover and made it playful on purpose because so many of us have lost this aspect of ourselves, and we need that invitation and reminder to bring back joy every single day. Pre-order your copy today, and you'll also get access to some amazing freebies to help you start regulating your nervous system and reconnecting with yourself right away.